What's up, guys? Mr. Granator here, and welcome to the Deep End. I'm here with my buddy Two Beasts for Gaming.
What is up, guys?
And today's topic is drug abuse. And yeah. So
Drugs are bad. Okay.
drugs are bad. First of all, listen to Mr. Mackey. Drugs are bad. Okay. Drugs are bad. Okay. And if you do drugs, it's gonna be bad. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mackey. Okay. But on a serious note, let's get down to some facts. Substance abuse, also known as drug abuse, is a patterned use of a drug in which the user consumes the substance in amounts or with methods which are harmful to themselves or others, and is a form of substance-related disorder. The drugs most often associated with this term include alcohol, barbiturates, benzodiazepines, okay, cannabis, weed, cocaine, methaqualone, never heard of that, opioids, I guess. I don't know what that is, and substituted amphetamines.
Meth.
Okay. Alright, hang on. The highest number of deaths from drug abuse are from opioid use disorders at 51,000. Cocaine use disorder resulted in 4,300 deaths, and amphetamine use resulted in 3,800 deaths. Alcohol use disorders resulted in an additional 139,000 deaths, but alcoholism is something for a different day. Or maybe we can put it in this one. What do you think? We got 30 minutes.
Yeah, we can.
Alright. Oh, yeah, because drugs and alcohol kind of go hand in hand.
They're both substances, and they're both substance abuse.
There you go.
You can go to rehab for drugs, you can go to rehab for alcohol. Both fuck up your body.
That they do. Depending on the actual compound, drug abuse, including alcohol, may lead to health problems, social problems, morbidity, injuries, unprotected sex, which, I mean, if you... I don't know if... I don't know about that one. I mean, yeah, you can, yeah, I guess you forget to put the condom on if you're slap drunk and you don't want kids. Anyways, violence, deaths, motor vehicle accidents, homicides, suicides, physical dependence, or psychological addiction, meaning if you're physically dependent on something such as drugs or alcohol, it basically means if you don't get that, it physically hurts. Like you're gonna have like stomach problems or chest problems or something. It's going to hurt. It's basically going through withdrawals. And if you ever talk to someone who is or was a drug addict, they'll tell you going through withdrawals is painful. And psychological addiction, meaning basically if you try and go without it, your brain is telling you, no, you can't do this. You gotta go. You gotta go back. You gotta go shoot up again. You gotta go smoke some more. You gotta go, snort some more coke or drink some more liquor or whatever. And that again, that's a very hard thing to overcome. But I want to say something. I want to say something that I said in the last, well, not the last episode, but the last episode of season 1, which was about breast. Oh no, yeah, the last episode. That's right. Yeah, okay. I want to say something that I said in the last episode, which was about the people who, the people who overcome drug addiction and alcoholism and all this. You guys are winners. I mean, yeah, you guys are winners for being able to overcome it. Just don't ever do it again. There's a reason they teach you in school don't do drugs. It's because they will destroy your life. When the moment you start doing drugs, that's what your life becomes all about. Is getting that high again, or feeling the same way you did when you were high or drunk or whatever. Getting that good feeling again. That's all it becomes. You have anything you want to say?
If you are into substance abuse or whatever, what I hope not you are, because you did abuse with still younger people. But if you are, get to rehab, do the rehab, and become clean. For you and your family. Because one day you're gonna OD, and one of your family members, your kids, if you have kids, and someone's gonna walk in your house and find you over there dead because you OD on cocaine or some shit.
Exactly. Another thing I want to state, it's almost like suicide, except suicide that lasts for a little while. This can keep going as long as you want it to, basically. But when I say it's almost like suicide, I mean you're not just hurting yourself. You're hurting the people that love you. You're hurting your friends, your family, your wife, your kids, or your husband, your kids, your boyfriend, girlfriend, your parents.
Whoever's in your life.
Yeah, basically whoever's in your life. You're not just messing yourself up. You're hurting them as well, because they know you're doing this. And I'm more than certain that they've tried to stop you. It's just an unfortunate circumstance that some people are just really, really, really bullheaded. And once they get that good feeling that getting high gives you, they want to get it again. I want to do it again. I want to do it again. Let's do it again. Let me find another way. And at one point, there's going to be a point in time where you've done the same thing so many times it just stops working like that, and you got to move up to something stronger. And that's when it gets really bad. Like say you smoke weed. Do it in excess amounts enough times, that good feeling's kind of just gonna fade away, and you're gonna want something more. And that's when it really, you get messed up when you start smoking weed in the first place, illegally anyways. Which, I mean, I'm not necessarily against 420 or weed smoking or whatever. It's just once you move up from that, that's where I draw the line. Once you move up to stuff like crack or cocaine or heroin or meth, or anything or along those, anything stronger like those, that's where it's just not worth it. Because that's your life you're ruining, that's your family, your friends' lives you're ruining. And also that's once that happens, that's basically where all your money goes. So that's all your money wasted on drugs, on getting high. And to me, that's not worth it.
And if I may add something, that show Intervention, yes, some of that might be staged, but most of that show is true. And I'm
Exactly.
glad my school, when I was in high school, actually showed in health class. We actually sat there and watched episodes on that, like 2 episodes of class, just so we could see what would happen if we did drugs, these hard drugs, and what all life could become.
And this show Intervention, yeah, some of, like you said, yes, some of it may be staged, but that kind of stuff actually happens. So think about that. And I know at one point or another we all let the dare line down. We all did. Don't even try. We all either we all did or we're all going to at some point. But I hope it's not doing drugs. And as far as alcohol goes, every once in a while, maybe once in a blue moon, just fine. Every day, like 24/7, drinking every day, that's not good, because that leads to a subject that we talked about before. That leads to a subject we talked about in the 1st and 10th episode. That leads to child abuse and domestic violence. Or it could lead to you getting yourself killed.
Or someone else in the process.
Exactly. Now, I will.
Same with drugs.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It really, all of it messes with your head, so there's really no, no upside to any of it. But I will say this, when it comes to weed, I'm not going to say there's an upside, but then again, there's not necessarily a downside that I can think of right now.
They've actually found useful things for medical marijuana. You haven't heard of medical cocaine and anything you won't, because it's too dangerous. Weed is natural, cocaine is not.
Yeah, no, it's not. Drug abuse, including alcohol and prescription drugs, can induce symptomatology which resembles mental illness. This can occur both in intoxicated states and during the withdrawal state. In some cases, these substance-induced psychiatric disorders can persist long after detoxification, such as prolonged psychosis or depression after amphetamine or cocaine abuse. That was a mouthful. Okay. So again, drugs are bad. Thank you, Mr. Mackey. Thank you, Mr. Darelion. Drugs are bad. Kids, don't do drugs. Seriously, it's not worth it. It's not worth messing up your entire life. You guys have a great future ahead of you. I can see it. You guys are young. You have a great future ahead of you. Don't mess up your life by doing drugs. Because not only will it just completely mess your life up, it could, and believe me when I say it, that's not somewhere you want to be.
Nope.
Forget about the stories you've heard. Forget about the things you see on TV shows. That show, Scared Straight, that they canceled a year or so ago. Go on YouTube, go on Netflix, whatever you got, go on there and watch this show. You wanna learn how to stay out of prison, you need to watch this show. They take these teenagers. I love this show because A, it's so educational, and B, it's like, it teaches, it's very, very educational. It teaches kids that, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it, basically. Like, they take these teenagers who are ne'er-do-wells, doing drugs or selling drugs or whatever, and they put them in a maximum security prison for a day, and let these prisoners come out and teach them and tell them, hey, you don't need to be doing this, da 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 da. You could end up like me. I'm here for life. Or I'm here for the next 30 years or whatever. And and most of them, they change their ways, and then there's some of them that just, like I said before, it's just so bullheaded and stubborn, and they just keep doing whatever they're doing, and looky, they end up in a big house too. So, again, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. That's something you can take to the bank. That's something you can live by right there. So yeah. Once again, I want to thank Mr. Mackey for being here. Drugs are bad, okay? Okay, drugs are bad. Don't do drugs, okay? Thank you, Mr. Mackey, okay? And I want to thank my buddy 2Beast for Gaming for being here.
Yeah, no problem, brother. Glad you could have me.
Anytime, any place, anywhere. And we're gonna call it here. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more in the future. If you didn't like the video, like, comment, and subscribe for more in the future. I need the views. Oh God, the likes. I need them like. Oh God. Okay. Anyways, and if you, like I said, drugs are bad. Don't do drugs. Stay in school. And
stay in school.
There you go.
And any future ideas for any future videos, leave a comment down below.
And with that being said, I'm Mr.
Anything you want to see us done on GTA.
With that being said, I'm Mr. Grayinator. This is 2Beast for Gaming.
Peace.
You guys have a great night. Thank you for watching.